I don't know, y'all, but long story short, God has just been showing out. So I only had to pay $51.40 for that random bill. Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Planning Serenity, where we plan for serenity. My name is Jessica, and in today's video, we are going to budget my second paycheck of July. Y'all are probably like, what in the world? This looks nothing like the spread that you did with us, and I know, I can't help myself, y'all. So if you are new here, welcome. I appreciate you clicking on my video and stopping by. If you're returning, you already know how I feel about you, so just before I get into the budgeting part, I did the spread yesterday, posted it, uploaded it, all that good stuff, and I was like, something's missing. Something is missing. So basically the only differences are I added this background behind the girl. Everything I use that I added is from the Boss Babe decorative sticker book by CalypsoPlanning, and I'll have that link down below. But I added this background sticker behind the girl because I felt like she was just too plain on the page. And then I added this tab that says, I choose a mindset of abundance and success each morning, which I think is perfect for a budget paycheck. And then I added this washi strip. It's actually 3 pieces, but I lined it up and cropped it down and then added that onto this brick. And then at the bottom, I put this, I go after what I want with all my heart. So all those stickers were pulled from the decorative sticker book, Boss Babe by CalypsoPlanning. So yeah, now I absolutely love it compared to what it looked like before. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. So let's get started for those of you that are actually here for the budgeting aspect. So this is the template that I'm going to use from here on out for my paycheck budgeting. Now, I do already have text in here. However, I am going to delete it all and start over. 1, because I want it to be in all caps. 2, because the categories, some of them are like dummy text categories because, again, this was a template. And then others are just not accurate at this point in time. So what you see me doing here is making sure I'm just grabbing that text and deleting all the text, and then we'll just do the budget together. Okay, so if you're new here, I get paid twice a month, on the 15th and then the last day of the month. So technically my first paycheck of July was paid out the end of June. So we are doing the budget for the second paycheck. Now, I do cash stuff weekly. However, how do I explain this? Okay, I cash stuff weekly, but I budget, I guess you can say I budget twice a month when I get paid, but stuff weekly. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. You're new here. I'm a recovering alcoholic, so the way the thoughts are in my brain don't always come out the way I want them to. So to get started, we will start with salary. And as y'all know, I'm not comfortable just yet since I'm new to cash budgeting. Do I want to left align this or center it? Zoomed in so y'all can see what I'm doing. All right, I think let's left align it. Okay. And save that as a default so you don't have to do it anymore. Okay, so since I'm new to budgeting, I'm not comfortable just yet taking everything out of the bank each paycheck. However, we are getting closer to taking a big chunk out. But for this paycheck, I am gonna be working with $2,000. Sorry, y'all, as y'all know, I filmed during well, if you're only here for budgeting, you may not know this, but I changed my filming schedule. I now film during the day. My oldest daughter is home and my youngest is in school. However, they're both home today. So if you see skips in the video, I apologize. It is because I'm dealing with them. Okay, so I took $2,000 out for these 2 weeks, technically. We're on cash budgeting $2,000. Okay, so typically what I like to do is put the date range of what Sorry, y'all, this is my first disclaimer. This is my first budget with me on camera. I've been doing these budgets, like, you know, I've been doing really well, as y'all know by my cash stuffing videos, because I've been telling y'all all the progress, but doing a budget on camera is not easy, so please bear with me. So what I typically do is on the paycheck budget, I put the date range that this is being cash budgeted for. So this is going to be the 15th through the 30th. As mentioned, I do cash stuff weekly. However, this is going to be different this week because, or this paycheck, because of the cruise. So we leave for the cruise on the 20th, technically. And then getting paid on the 15th, it's like, you know, it'll make it more difficult than not to try to separate it. So for this specific paycheck budget, we are going to do it for the rest of the month. So that's the 15th through the 30th. And then I'll just put the actual here is still 2,000 because that is what we were taking out. I don't know if I want to center it or not, y'all. I don't know. Okay. And then that leaves 2,000 down here. Okay, cool. Throw that right there. All right, so that takes care of income. And then we have bills. So for bills, if you're new here, there was a whole situation with my daughter's school. Essentially, let's just keep them centered. Essentially, they sent all of the parents an email saying that we need to watch a YouTube video. Watch the YouTube video. It told us that the school is closing. So 333. Now this didn't come out yet, so this is one thing. I'm trying to figure out how I want to work my paycheck budget. Like, do I want to fill in the actual when I know what the amount is, or do I fill it in after it comes out? I don't know. I would love y'all help with that, and I still need to straighten that out, but let's just keep going. So yeah, so we were told to watch the video, blah, 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 blah. School is closing, but we still have to pay the tuition or the balance on the tuition, although the kids are not in school. Now, the crazy part is, sorry y'all, so that tuition total, oh, and another thing, they got me good. So I don't know if y'all have had this experience if your kids are in school, but when they give you the option at the beginning of the school year, whether you want to pay over more months of time or, you know, pay in less months and it'll be a little bit more each month. I'm not telling anybody to make this decision. However, my suggestion is take the lesser months, because if you think about it, so for instance, we had the option of, I think it was 10 months or 12 months. And I was like, oh, let's pay 12 months. So I'm paying less, you know, makes sense to me. I didn't take into account summer camp. So if my kid were to be in summer camp and by the grace of God, she got accepted into Dance Academy, which since she's in like competition, they have their own summer camp. So we didn't have to send her to summer camp. So that worked out perfectly. But if she was in summer camp and I didn't want her like sitting home bored, that would have been me paying tuition and summer camp fees at the same time, because I'm paying a 12-month tuition contract. So be sure that you are comfortable with your contract before you sign it, and you take into account the months where you may be paying double on tuition, because that is something I was just like, let's save money, not even thinking about summer. So just wanted to throw that out there for anyone that may be new to entering their kid into school or anything like that. When it comes to tuition, be sure you calculate when you will be having to make double payments. Okay, so I wanted to throw that out there with tuition. So my car, I don't even know where to start with my car. So I don't even know. I think I only paid, yeah, I paid the exact amount. So $596.17. How do I even explain it? So I grew up with a lot of money. well, my parents had a lot of money. I was super spoiled and didn't have to ask for anything. And then in turn, didn't know how to handle finances. I thought that just, you know, everything came and that was it. So I don't even know how far to go back with my cars. I've always had a luxury car, blah, 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 blah. And then I moved out on my own, still had a luxury car. And then, wow, I think my car situation, yeah, it's gonna have to be a whole nother video. So to explain this Kia, currently, I would say about 5 years ago, I had a car repossessed. And then when my mother passed, her luxury car was passed down to me. I was driving that, got in an accident in the rain, so that is currently sitting in my driveway. When I got in an accident in that, I was kind of forced into getting a new car. My credit, obviously I haven't been budgeting before I started cash envelope budgeting, so I wasn't budgeting. My credit went from like 800 when I was growing up with my parents because my dad, he added me as like I don't know what it is, but he basically put me on his Black American Express card or whatever. So my credit is essentially the same as his growing up. So I literally had an 800 credit score from like birth. It's the craziest thing. But I messed that up, obviously, like big time. So my credit was piss poor, but I was forced into getting a new car. So I ended up with a $596 car payment, the highest I've ever paid for a car in my life. I didn't even start paying for a car until, I would say, recently. Even when my mom's car got passed down to me, there was $17,000 left on it, and my dad wasn't even making me pay that. So that just lets y'all know, like, even into adulthood, and I'm so grateful, like, I'm so grateful, because if I did have to pay that, I wouldn't have been able to. But that just lets you know, like, how finances, I guess you can say, ran in my family. But yeah, so that's where that Kia payment comes from. So I do have and it's not even a new Kia. Well, I guess you can say it's new. It's a 2019, but it only had like 20,000 miles on it, maybe. Yeah, like 20,000 miles on it when I got, no, not even, like 19. Actually, it had like 18,000 miles on it. So yeah, so that's what that payment is. Now, I actually paid in cents, and usually I put 600 in, but because we're going on a cruise, I was like, I'm gonna save any penny I can to be like rollover. So I just paid the actual, which is $596.17. So that's what that is. And I get paid today, which is the 15th. So I did already make the second half of that payment. I put the first half, I put 300 in when I got paid for, you know, the end of June. And then I made the second half of that payment, which totaled the amount of my car payment. So that already came out. Tuition, I should have gotten an invoice by now, but I didn't. Am I done paying tuition? I need to look into that. So actually, let me not put that there because I don't know. Shop pay, I do have, that's basically like Affirm. I have something on Affirm. I did already make the payment for it this month. So that's why I'm putting that actual there. VA toll, y'all. So I have Easy Pass. I live in Virginia. If you live in Virginia, you kind of have to have Easy Pass, or you just, you have to. So apparently, I was receiving invoices from, well, I didn't even know they were invoices. I was receiving things in the mail from like a toll processing center. And I'm like, I have Easy Pass. I pay my Easy Pass. Like, even if my Easy Pass goes into the negative, like whatever cents or dollar, you know, I pay it within like a day, so it shouldn't really matter. But yeah, I'm like, I pay everything, so like, I don't even know why these are coming. I was like, maybe I'm not signed up for electronic statements, so I just kept ignoring them. Y'all, something told me, well, not something, the fact that I'm getting my finances in order, so like anything with my name on it now, I'm like ripping it open, like, what is this? So I finally opened it. Y'all, tell me how it said I owed 200 and, I don't know what it was. It was like 200 and something dollars for 2 missed tolls that says I never paid back. I don't know. So that is due the 24th, which is in between this pay period. So it said it was 207. So I went on there when I got paid this morning. I went on there to either put half down and then I was going to pay the rest, I don't know, once I figured things out. Or, you know, sometimes states do payment plans. So I was going to see if that was an option. So I went on there to pay it, and then they were only charging me for like, I don't know, it was like 25 and some change for each missed toll. I don't know, y'all, but long story short, God has just been showing out. So I only had to pay $51.40 for that random bill. All right, so for T-Mobile, y'all, this is the bill that I said I put on auto pay, and now the auto pay is finally kicking in. So our new T-Mobile bill, and this is for me and my children's father. We are not married, for those that are new here, which is why I call him that. I don't do the baby daddy term. So the new total each month for the two of us is going to be $127.34, but I think I'm just gonna put $128 in each month, but it's on auto pay. It's on auto pay. So I think I'm just gonna budget for $128 so that change ends up adding up to be a buffer, and I'll just leave that in my account. Y'all, any cent adds up. Think I'm playing. Okay. So let's try to straighten these up, make sure images is off, because if you did not watch the setup video of this, kind of sort of setup video, these are actually, here, I'll try to show you. These are actually like templates. So I created this page, and let me just backspace that. Okay. So I'm just gonna try to line these up really quickly. Oh, it actually shouldn't be difficult. I didn't do that terrible of a job, y'all. All right, let me zoom in so I'm not grabbing everything. All right, so let's go to cash envelopes. So for cash envelopes, although, like I said, I do stuff weekly, this is going to be technically weekly because for this upcoming week, we will be here, but we leave to go on the cruise for like the last week of, excuse me, July, that I would typically stuff for. So we are going to do the same categories, but thankfully we won't need as much in the categories. Okay, is this, oh yeah, it's two lined. I don't know how I did that. All right, so I'm just going to do the categories and then we'll do the amounts, I think. So we have groceries, gas, shopping, which I'm probably going to have to throw a lot in because we need, excuse me, why is it double lining? We still need quite a bit of things for the cruise. All right, let's see. Then we have household. Center that. All right. And then we have personal. And I do need to put quite a bit in here as well because obviously going on a cruise, I need to get quite a bit of things done before doing so. Eating out, if you're new here, is a category for my daughters. They are 6 and 3. So I'm not gonna, excuse me, I don't know why my voice is like, I'm not gonna say we eat out a lot, but, and again, when we do eat out, if you're new here, it's not, well, when they eat out, it's not like McDonald's and stuff like that because they're not allowed. All right, so for the budget for these, so for groceries, I'm really literally just throwing 50 in here because I'm gonna force myself to cook what we have in the house. So for one, it doesn't go bad. Although like we don't keep meats and veggies, like fresh veggies and stuff, I don't typically keep those on hand. I do get fresh veggies and then freeze them. We have a deep freezer. Let's see, gas. I do need, I did a lot of driving over the last couple of days, so I actually do need, honestly, do I need 40? I'm gonna do 40 just so that when we get back, I don't have to worry about gas. So yeah, so like I was saying for groceries, I'm just gonna make sure that I cook like what's in the house. so that I'm not worried about spending. And I like challenging myself to cook, like make meals out of what's on hand. I've been cooking for years and years and years, so that's something that's therapeutic for me as well. So household, we are going to do, I don't need much. Like I said, we're going on our cruise, all that good stuff, but we do need some toilet paper. Well, we will need some toilet paper by, I don't know, I feel like we have like one roll left. So I want to be sure that I get some of that so we're not worried about it when we come back. And I don't know, we may like need like one or two other things. All right. Oh, I do want to get some Lysol wipes so I can Lysol anything that can be Lysoled when we get back in the house. All right, so that was, whoa. Oh yeah, so personal, I'm doing 150 because I'm getting a wax. Did I say eating? I swear I was talking about eating out, but I don't know why I was talking about eating out because I'm just now getting to it. I don't know, y'all. Anyway, if I was talking about eating out already, sorry, but y'all, I already explained what eating out is. That is my girls category. Personal, I'm getting a wax, a pedicure, my eyebrows, and oopsies. And I think that's it. So 150 should be enough for all that. And then miscellaneous, I'm gonna put 150 because I don't typically keep beauty as a cash envelope, nor do I typically stuff it, but I was thinking that I want to start getting my eyebrows done regularly and pedicures done regularly, especially since it's summertime. So I think I will add a beauty cash envelope to my daily wallet. However, I don't have one in there now, so I'm going to put it in miscellaneous. But this 150 is because my daughter is getting her hair braided down for the cruise. She's going to a salon for the first time. So I think it was like her style she's getting is going to be like maybe like, no, like 80. I don't know. And she's getting her natural hair braided. I don't do that artificial stuff with her age. So yeah, she's getting her natural hair braided, but her hair is already down to mid back. So they're charging quite a bit. And it is an African-American kids salon, so Black owned, all that good stuff. So we're super excited for her, and it'll be her first little experience. So there's that. And then I do need to stuff for the cruise, y'all. So I was thinking to take 300 from this check, and y'all know I have been stuffing here and there for sinking for the cruise. So I do have some funds in there, but I think the final amount that I'm taking out of my money for the cruise is $300. And we already like paid for like excursions and things like that ahead of time. So I won't need to be paying for any of that stuff on the cruise. I'm sober now, so I won't be buying drinks. I don't need to pay for a drink package. I don't eat all day every day, so I'm good on that. So honestly, that's probably way more than enough, but I'm doing that as just in case. I've like been purging lately, so I don't even think I'll be getting like souvenirs and things like that. Also, I have already been on several cruises like I've told y'all before. So, so yeah, I don't think I'm gonna need that much. All right, so I zoomed out just to come to this section. This section is debt. So I do have a Capital One credit card that I am trying to, like I told y'all, I just recently learned about like how you're not supposed to spend more than 30% of your balance or whatever. So I'm trying to get my my card down to at least that 30% threshold. And then obviously from there, my next goal would be like 15%. But I've heard mixed reviews about how much you should, what the balance you should leave on your card is. I don't know. But I already did when I got paid today. Instead of putting 25 towards it, I did put 60 towards it. So that actual is accurate. All right, let's go to savings. So for savings, each each check, no matter what, I put money towards both of my girls. So we have Janaya, we have Jade, and then I also put, oops, this double lined again. And then I also always put money into emergency. I'm really excited that I've started an emergency fund. Like after coming from never have saving emergency, after coming from never having saved a penny in my life to like now having an emergency fund started. So like, y'all, I can like I say, every time we do some type of budgeting video, cash envelope stuffing or this method, whatever you want to call it, has literally changed my life. And I could cry every time I talk about it. Y'all know I'm a sap. Okay. So both of the girls are going to get 10 this time. I have been giving them 10 since I started budgeting maybe 2 months ago. I am trying to get to the point where I can increase that, but I feel like I need to take care of debt before I start putting money away in savings. And yeah, that's just where I am with that. But like I said, I do make sure they always have something in there. All right, so syncing, I do have a dental appointment coming up. And I do have a, let's see, I don't know if I want to fund it. I'm not going to fund the whole thing. I do have a dental appointment coming up, and then I did just switch my insurance cruise gratuity from like, you know how you can get like insurance through the actual dentist office or like be on like a plan with the dentist office. I was on that, but now that I have my new job, I'm on dental through my job. So I pay a whole lot less for things that I'm getting done. And I don't have cavities or anything, but like I've gotten, my last 2 appointments were both cleanings, one side left, one side right. And then I'm going back for when I was younger, dental. This upcoming appointment is 86, but I think I'm only gonna put 20 of this in there. So this appointment is after my next check, but I don't think I want to fund it all with my next check because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's just my thought process. So yeah, so it's a lot cheaper now that I have real dental insurance, and I'm just so grateful. Like God has, like, things have just been stacking up. Oh, talking about stacking up, y'all, tell me how for tuition, I'm going from paying $333 every 2 weeks to $300 a month, y'all. $300 a month. When I say this school situation was the biggest blessing in disguise, like, I don't know. I'll do a whole separate video about that because it's a lot to talk about. But y'all, I did want to throw that out there when I mentioned God has just been stacking them up. Like, he is just not playing about me. And I'm just so, like, I love it for me and I'm so grateful. I love that for me. Shay, if you're watching this, well, Shay Budgets, if you're watching this, I love that for me. Okay, let's go. All right, sorry about that. My work phone went off. So cruise gratuity, we have, so y'all know I've been planning like crazy for this cruise, and before my mom passed, she was the one that did all of this. But I was like reading like the fine lines of the cruise contract, or whatever you want to call it, the cruise documents. And apparently as of 2022, so the last cruise I went on was maybe 4 years ago, I don't know. But as of 2022, they charge $16 per day automatically charged to your CPass card for gratuity. And that's for like room service, bar service, even if you don't get bar service, all that good stuff. So I added that up. We're doing 7 nights. So times 16 is 112. And I pulled money from the money that I was cash stuffing for the cruise, and I just gave that to James, and I was like, because we actually have 2 rooms, so we're gonna have to pay that twice. Long story. But I already gave 112 to James for one of the rooms, so that's why I'm putting that there. And then totals, I don't necessarily fill these out, but we possibly will today. So for upcoming bills, I just want to notate that Dominion, I know it comes up the first week, Dominion, which is our power, or electricity. I know, and that's like one of the bills I pay for the cost of living in our home. Like James pays everything, as y'all know. But the one bill that I do pay, the cost for this upcoming bill is $302.18, y'all. And I know it's July. I know summer has started, but we haven't changed the settings on our air since, I don't know, it's been a while. It's been a while. And then also it hasn't been like, gosh darn, like HE double hockey stick hot yet. So I need to call them and figure it out, or like try to get on some type of plan with them, because that's so this is due on the 4th. So it's not in this paycheck, but I do want to note that so that I have that in my mind, that literally when I get back from the cruise, when I get paid, I'm going to have to drop 302, because I don't think I can take it from this check. Well, I can, but I don't want to. All right, so now I think, so for savings, sinkings, and upcoming bills, I don't typically do totals. However, which is why I covered those with washi. But we will see. So I am going to go to the bank today, so I don't want to fill in the actual just yet, but I will add up the budgeted. All right, let's add all of these up. So let's do cash envelopes. So we have 50 plus 40 plus 200 plus 15 plus 150 plus 45 plus 150 plus the cruise. That gives us 950. All right, and that is so high for cash envelopes, again, because of the cruise. Oopsies, I hate when I do that. Okay, now for debt, that total is obvious, and we're actually gonna put it on actual since I already put the money in today. I'm not playing about this debt, y'all. Come on. I am not playing about this debt, like I said. So we have that total there. And then for savings, the total is 30. Like I said, I don't typically need a savings total. I can add it up easily to put it over here. So I don't typically fill out totals, but for the sake of this video, savings total is 30 this period. Cash envelopes, let me widen that out. Cash envelopes is 950. 950, and I don't know if I'm gonna balance this out to 0. So debt, since I'm filling it out the budgeting side, I know I budgeted 25, but I'm gonna put, no, because I'll confuse myself. I'll put it over there, but when I'm subtracting, I'll count the 60. Okay, I hope that makes sense, y'all. I know, like I said, the way my brain works, it's not it's not like everyone else's. All right, so we did those. 30 income. Okay, cool. So now let's add up tuition. So tuition, we have 333 plus. Actually, like I said, I need to check that, because I don't know why I haven't gotten, is today the 15th? I don't know. All right, 333 plus, see, I confused myself with that because I already put, no, this is 296. I paid the remaining because I had already, oops, 296.17. Okay, I had paid the remaining. I didn't pay the full 600. Okay, so let's start. All right, 333 plus 296.17 plus 81 plus 5140, and then T-Mobile is auto, so plus 128. We have $889 in bills and some change, so I'm just gonna put 890. And I really gotta find out about that tuition. Like, is God really, like, really showing out like that? These categories don't match these because I changed these titles. So that, I feel like that is the reason why I never did this, because I never changed these titles to match this area. So I don't know if we'll be able to finish filling that out, but I will still do the math. Then we have the sinking, and then upcoming bills I'm not stuffing right now. $890 here. All right, so let me see if I can do some math. So 2000 minus 950 minus 60 minus 30 minus 890 minus, I was putting 20 in dental, so minus 20 equals $50 left over. Let's make sure we did that right. And that, like I said, that cruise gratuity, I already gave James the cash for that, so I don't need to, that didn't come from this paycheck. So, but let me do that over, because $2,000, $50 left over. I'm gonna delete this other text, and I'm gonna put $50 left over as the balance. And then I'm gonna make this like, it'll be a buffer basically. So actually, oopsies. Let me type buffer here. And I'm gonna leave this as an additional buffer because, like I said, I don't bring my account to zero with the cash. I mean with the and honestly, this isn't bringing my, it's hard to explain, y'all. It's hard to explain. I'll do a better job in the next video once I'm better able to think through some things. But for the people, a couple of people have asked, so those that have asked to see a budget with me as opposed to just a cash stuffing, that's kind of sort of where my mind goes when I'm doing these things. But we have $50 left over. And like I said, I don't want to, I may throw that back. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. But yeah, so this was my first official budget with me. Super excited, super excited, super excited to be prepped for the next 2 weeks, to be prepped for when I come back from vacay technically. I probably will start on my August monthly for my budget planner because, like I said, we get back the end of July, like the 29th-ish. So I want to be prepared for what August has to come. But yeah, if you are new here and you made it to the end of this video, please drop a money bag in the comments just so I know that you're new, you made it to the end, and you like what you're seeing. If you do like what you're seeing, a like and subscribe would be absolutely awesome. If you're returning, please drop our blue butterfly in the comments just so I know that you're still staying. You're not upset with me for switching to digital. And other than that, I will see all of y'all in my next video. Bye!